Hi there, thank you for visiting Real Deal Cooking. Today I'll be making a cheesecake using Philadelphia cheese. What we need is a large baking pan, and I already prepared, greased it a little bit and put a wax paper on. So just prepare it and put it to the side, have it ready. Also, I preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, so make sure you do it prior so the oven is nice and warm when you put the cake in. I'm going to start by making the base for the cake, and I'm going to use some flour, butter, powdered sugar, egg yolks, and baking powder, and also some sour cream. Now double check all the ingredients. Always make sure you double check all the ingredients, that you have everything ready and ready to go, ready to be mixed. So I have 2 cups of flour, half a cup of powdered sugar, 2 egg yolks, also 2 flat spoons of sour cream, and also baking powder and margarine or butter. So I'm going to combine all those ingredients in a big bowl. All together, because we're just going to mix them together. Lots of dishes always, lots of dishes to wash after cooking. And then I'm gonna use 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay. Around 2 teaspoons. And the sour cream, so 2 tablespoons of sour cream. And not too full, just flat, so we don't want to have too much sour cream either. Okay, and just mix all the ingredients with a wood spoon first, and then the favorite part, you gotta mix it with your hands until you make a nice and uniform dough. But it's nice to start with just a spoon, so at least some of the ingredients are mixed. So I hope your hands are nice and clean. And always remember, if the dough is too sticky, you add some flour. If it's too dry, you can add some more butter. So these are the 2 things that you cannot go wrong with. So the basic thing is to have a nice and uniform dough that it's not too sticky and it's not too dry. So you can put it nicely on a baking pan, on the bottom of a baking pan, to serve as a base for the cheesecake. And from what I see here, I think it's gonna be nice and not sticky and not dry, so I'm really happy how it's coming out. And sometimes I know it's It all depends on ingredients and what type of ingredients are you using. Sometimes you have to add a lot more flour than it's in the recipe, so don't freak out. You're just gonna have a higher base. It's gonna bake higher. Okay, I think this one is pretty good. Alright, and you're just gonna put it on the base of the baking pan and just spread it evenly. Alright, and that's how it's supposed to look, nice and spread out, so it makes a good base for the cheese to go on top. So you can put it to the side. I'm gonna wash my hands. Now time for the part 2, preparing the ingredients for the top part of the cake. I'm gonna mix egg yolks with sugar. And I'm gonna open my Philadelphia cheese, and what's good idea to do is to take it out of the fridge if you keep it in the fridge, and let it stay and get the room temperature, or you can put it in the microwave for a little bit in a dish, just so it's a little bit softer. Okay. That eggs and sugar until you will see that egg yolks are changing into a whiter color. That means that the sugar got incorporated nicely in the eggs. And slowly I'll be adding a cheese. Too sticky, so I have to stop and keep adding more. It sticks to the paper. I'm going to break that in half so it's ready. Is to put sour cream in, and whoever counts calories, this is not a good cake for you, because the entire sour cream goes in, so that's a lot, but gosh, it's delicious. So if you count calories, not a good choice. And also what usually cheesecakes love is lemon flavor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shred a little bit of skin from the lemon to the mix, and just pick the smallest openings, and make sure you clean the lemon before you do that. So you can wash it really good, or even boil some water and pour it over the lemon to slightly sanitize it before you do that. Okay, that will be good. Nothing is coming off, so you just have to pull it off from the inside because it's sticking to the inside. All right. All right, now we'll continue mixing. Okay, very good. And all right, becoming messy here. All right. After we mix the sour cream into the cheese and eggs, we're gonna put 3 spoons of flour. So you just want to sift it. Always sift flour. You will be surprised what can stay on a sifter after you sift it, and it just in general makes it a little bit more fluffier. So there's those particles that stay, so you don't want to have those in your cake. And 1.5 teaspoon of a baking powder. Okay. And just mix it on a slower setting. Very good. Now you just have to push the ends out and wash it really good, because I'm gonna be mixing now the egg whites. Okay, I'm ready to mix the egg whites. And how you can tell that the egg whites are beaten correctly is that it's a nice and uniform mess. And also, this is a glass container, so they may fall out, but if it's a plastic container, you can flip it over and it's not going to fall out of the bowl. So what I'm going to do right now is to mix egg whites into the cheese mix. You want to incorporate those egg whites very slowly into the cheese mix, not to mix very fast, just very slowly, almost like circular motions. Makes it nice and fluffy. My glass dish is a little too small, but I think I can handle it. So if you have a bigger one, then use it, because this one I think will be much easier to mix if it was bigger. It's okay, you learn from your own mistakes, right? So if it doesn't come out or something doesn't work first time, keep trying until you make it right. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And if something doesn't work out, or you want to see other things on the website, please give me a feedback. Write an email to me at askme@realdealcooking.com. If you have some recipes that you would like me to record, that there are your favorites and you want to share it with people, send it to me and I'll do my best to make those. Just don't send me anything that's too difficult. Because I want to keep this website on the easier side, so everybody can have a chance to make something good. So the recipes are not too challenging, or the ingredients too difficult to find, because that makes everything more complicated. Alright, and I think it's quite mixed, so it's almost ready to be put on a baking pan. Wow, definitely you need a bigger dish. Okay, put it on the side here. And I have here 2 cans of mandarins, and I drained them from the juice. And I'm going to put them nicely on our base. I'm not very artistically skilled, so it's not going to ever look as beautiful as what my sister does. She's very, very artistically skilled, so her cakes and cooking is always very artistically oriented. Mine is just using everything I have to make it look nice, basically. If you want them really tight together, you can buy 3 cans. I just bought 2 cans of mandarins. So I'll just fill in the spots. Whatever I have left, I'll just fill in the empty spots. Alright. Okay, I'm ready to put the cheese mix on. That's going to be a challenge, but that's okay. And spread it evenly. Alright, and it's ready to be put in the oven. So I would recommend to put it in 350 degrees for over an hour. Do 1 hour, hour 10 minutes, just keep checking after 1 hour to make sure it's not burning from the top. Hour might not be enough, so I'll check it with you, so I'll show you exactly how it looks when it comes out of the oven. So hopefully it works out for you. Thank you for watching Real Deal Cooking. Alright, that's how the cake looks after 1 hour and 10 minutes in the oven. I already checked it, as you can see, poked it. There's nothing sticking to the wood pick, so it means that it's baked. Wait until it cools down. It's going to drop down a little bit. When it cools down completely, what you can do is to just sprinkle it with a powdered sugar so it looks really nice on the top. And I hope you're gonna love it. Bon appetit!